Hey, it's Karen, and today we are going, or this week, we're going to say this week, we're focusing on St. Patrick's Day. So, and what I'm going to show you, because I don't always have very much green, I do have a green shirt on today. It's probably the only one I have. So I don't always have green to wear. So you need something St. Patrick-y to wear so you don't get pinched. So I made these into little pins. So no matter how many you make, you need a pin back for each, and these are the 1.5 inch ones. And then for the clover, we'll start with the clover, but we have the little pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. We have this little leprechaun dude. I saw him on Pinterest and I just did my own thing, but kudos to whoever did that first. And we'll do the clover first. I tried a 4-leaf clover. I didn't like it, so we're going to go with 3 leaves. There will be a template uploaded for this. Okay, so 17 inches of wire for the clover. Then you're going to need whatever color you want to make your clover, your base. So this one is out of tadpole. This one is out of meadow. And then... oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fade. What is this? Okay, I'll remember what this is. This is Kissed a Frog. See, it took me a minute. Don't fall on your head. I'm using Kissed a Frog, and I use this in the pot of gold too. See, I pulled the sparklies out and make the gold. Okay, so let's get started. On the template, you're going to follow the arrows. And I know you guys are going to say, how big are they? I just know this is going to come up. And you know what? I don't know. To tell you the honest truth, I did not measure them. You're just going to make 3 loopies. I will grab a ruler and help you. 3 loops. Like this. This one is a little bit big. You want them obviously to be similar in size, and then you're going to come around and you're going to wrap this. And then I give each one a twist, starting with the middle one. We're going to twist them just a little bit. Can you throw me a ruler? Oh, I got one right. I brought one just for this reason. Okay, how big are these? The stem is 2 inches, and these loopies go out about 1.5 inches. See how close I was. Yep, I'm pretty close. So then you're going to take your loopy and you're going to cave it in. Cave it in just a little bit. Just a little bit. John's phone is ringing, if you guys can hear that. I hope not. So we're caving each one of these in to make our leaves. Okay. And remember, you don't want to make this too big, because if you're going to make it as a pin, you do not want it too big. I'm going to go with Kelly Green, and then I'm going to use some of the sparkly on it. This is a very easy little project. So we're going to do the stem last. So you're just going to, using a 38 star spiral, you know it's my favorite. So this doesn't need to be pinched to a point because we're going to fill it in. You know, like we just did. I like to wrap them pretty thin. You don't want these too thick either. So I'm drafting it out. I'm going to actually go in there in that little space. I'm going to go in that little space. And you know what? I should have told you how much I pinched them in, huh? About 1/4 inch is the pinch. And then we'll come around and we'll go in the pinch again. Now, let's tear this off and let's stab this a little bit. Get this firmed up a little tiny bit. And you know we have end wire sticking out there. So we're going to take a little piece and go over it. By request, this is Canon's request to do something for St. Patrick's. They're quick, good little gifts too. Quick, good little gifts. It is gorgeous outside, I just want to say. Oh my gosh. We had cruddy weather all weekend. Very windy. Very, very windy. We had a gust of wind that came through here that blew so much stuff around. Things I didn't think could be moved were moved. Like my feed can in the barn was dumped over. I was like, what? It's kind of crazy. But it's been such a nice day. And I got my sheep all together. Well, the first 8 that are due are now captive at the all-you-can-eat bar. I like to make sure they get enough to eat that last day. The last day, they're due tomorrow. My barn help came yesterday. He got the barn all clean and set up all my lambing pens. He's awesome. He's awesome. Of course, he's not free, but it's way easier to have someone do it. And since our tractor is still in the shop, John broke the tractor. So I'm going to pull this one apart a little bit so I can get in there. Let's go back and forth. Wrap it around. We get it back this week, though. I think they figured out what was wrong. So note to self, don't run out of diesel on an older tractor. That's what he did. Fouled the glow plug. Yeah. You know, it's bound to happen. And this is only the first time this is the first time ever that it went to the shop. He's usually able to repair whatever's wrong. So we need a little bit more on this guy. Now I'm losing my little divot here. And that's okay because, you know, the little leaves on clovers are not all even. Oh, and I was playing with my new thing, Canon, and you might want one of these because you have a cat. So, I'm going to tell you guys a terrible story. Okay, so, because I can't handle vomit ever, right? Dog, cat, human, it doesn't matter what, right? But cats and dogs happen. And Rippy got sick out in my wool house on the carpet, of course, you know, because your animals are going to puke. They're going to look for the carpet to do it. Even if you have wood floors everywhere else, it's got to be on the carpet. And I didn't want to carry the giant steam vac out there, you know, the carpet cleaner. So I ordered this little Bissell steam machine. And it's a little green machine. Do you have one of those?
I have a steamer for my clothes.
Okay, no, this is a steamer for like for cleaning things.
Oh no.
Okay, and it comes with a squeegee attachment. Man, can you get your windows clean?
Oh, nice.
Oh, I haven't done these ones in here yet, but I did do the sunroom, and I'm like, I can't see.
Wow.
Well, I was gonna have somebody, you know, I was gonna have someone do it. Well, I'm gonna make John do the high ones. But I was playing around with it today, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing since sliced bread. So I am not getting paid for this endorsement, but I'm going to tell you, that little thing is cool. It has so many things. we have glass patio tables. I did one of the tables with the squeegee, and I'm like, oh, awesome. It's like 2 minutes and I'm done. Yeah. And it's tiny, so it doesn't hurt my neck to carry it around. It's pretty neat. I highly recommend it. If anybody wants an Amazon link, I can send it to you. Highly recommend it. Okay, did I ever get to... So John partially cleaned up Rippy's mess. But I'm telling you, it's bad. And I didn't get that far. Because I got to psych myself up to do it. I'm sorry. And yes, I did have stepkids, and yes, there were messes, and John only cleaned them up. Not me. I can do blood, I can do guts, I can do everything else. But that, I will run away. Far, far away. So, see how fast this little guy's coming together if you want to make a gift? The only nitpicky part is just going over these little ends and getting your wires hidden. So once you get them pretty much covered, you just got to firm them up. And since these are going to be pins, or people put them on their bags, because I make a lot of sheep heart pins, little hearts with sheep on them. I sell a lot of those, and I make a lot of those because it's a good little demo. So see, I came unhooked right here. Now, Cannon, do you want me to make this one sparkly or just leave it green?
I like the green.
You like just plain green?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll just give it some shading then. So you can make these any color, you guys, and because they have a wire, you can, yes, you could do it without a wire. I'm going to tell you that. If you don't have 18 gauge wire, you could do it. But the cool part about the wire is that you can make the leaf have some motion by bending it around. So I'm adding in that once you get it felted enough, you're going to be able to add that center line in the clover leaf. Hey, we could have made Lucky Charms. Cereal. You could make Lucky Charms cereal. So see how this one isn't felted enough yet to sculpt that line in? It will be in a minute. And you want to keep working the edges towards the middle. And so then we're going to put a stem on. I'm going to make the stem sparkly. Just the stem. I can't stand not having any sparkles. I'm going to go with that darker green. So I'm just pulling the dark green out of the Kissed a Frog. And I'm going to secure it right here. Just bury it in there. And I'm going to thinly try and do one layer. You've all picked Clover. You all know how skinny the little stems are. But we're going to make it a little bit fatter down here. Go to the end and then bend it up and then keep going the same way you were wrapping. So now we're wider down there. But let's just go, whoops. So I got a little bit exuberant there. Pull this tight. And then we're going to come up the back here. I'm going to cut this off because it's merino and stellina and it's long fibers and I don't want to pull on it. And I'm just going to poke a little bit in. So this is our back. So I know I'm picky, but I like to make it look good on both sides. But no one will ever see it. Make sure you're preserving back here. I like to make sure I get in here and delineate my leaves all the way down to the middle. So then the last step, oh, wait a minute, this isn't felted good enough for me. The last step would be to take hot glue, put it on there and glue it on. Now, you could felt it on, but my experience is from doing both, hot glue holds it forever and ever. And there, I like the sparkly stem.
That looks nice.
Yes. Okay, so that's one pin so far. So see how fast that was? If you need to give somebody a St. Patrick's Day gift. Okay, so now we're going to go on to one of the next ones.